honey, welcome back. I've already started doing my eye makeup. I used this primer from Colored Rain. It's their eyeshadow primer in the shade Desert Sand, and I've already put that on my eyes, lids. I had to come on here because I just spent a significant portion of my evening arguing with two different people at SoCal Gas, Southern California Gas, trying to get them to figure out stuff with my parents' bill. It's just too much. Anyway, so I'm going to use some of my single shadows. This one is Bonfire from Terra Moons. I'm just gonna simply go in with my finger and pat that onto my eye. Now, this is not a sticky primer. It is, it just dries down, but this is a pretty smooth shimmer, so I don't feel like I need to use a sticky primer with it. And I'm just gonna take this right off. Child, but yeah, my parents are in this program, and they had to have the gas turned off for a couple of days to get a leak fixed, and when everything was turned back on, they didn't add the program, the company didn't add the program back to the account. So I call and I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because they're on this program. You know, I always like to get like, what is the discount for old people? And so they were like, oh yeah, we re-enrolled you because the account was closed. I was like, I've never closed the account. They've never closed the account. And they were like, oh, well, when we turned off the gas, that closed the account. And so because the account closed, you can no longer be part of that program. But we can restart the program. I'm sorry, I didn't close the account. You closed the account. I didn't close it. So why are we being penalized because there was a leak and it had to be fixed? We didn't close the account. How is it a new account if it's the same account number? It's not a different account. Anyway, child, I was just going back and forth, and just, it's so much that I was just like, I need to just whoosah, okay? I need to be zen. I need to just meditate out, and just because this lady had my pressure up. So let's talk about some funner things. I was reading the news about this man. I think he's in Colorado. Listen, I don't know what's happening with people these days, but I believe collectively we have all lost our minds. So this man, I think he's in Colorado. They don't give his name in the news story. That's where you know it's serious. It's serious foolishness. 40-year-old man, old enough to know better. Child, he had to they had to call the rescue services to get this man out of a playground slide. He was stuck. He was stuck in the slide. And it's not even one of those open slides where you could like fall off. It's one of the closed slides. Why was you up there? It reminded me of that story, was it last summer? Where there was that police officer who, I don't know why, but he was in that slide bouncing off the sides and he came just shooting out like a pea out of a pod. So this was similar, except this man got stuck. Now when you're reading it, they were saying his arms and legs were hanging out. I was like, how does that happen? So basically, it's like he was like folded in half, kind of. How do you achieve that going down the slide? I really don't know. I just don't. There are a lot of questions. One being, why was you up there in the first place? Two being, how you do that? And three being, are you embarrassed and are you dumb? I don't know anybody who's going to take their big adult behind on that slide. I for sure am not, okay? I'm not. I don't know what's liable to get caught. But he decided that he was going to go on down that slide in his khakis and button down and get stuck. So the story is like that they had to give him oxygen because he was really distressed. I wonder why. Could you imagine being his partner and being like, all you had to do was go pick up the kids from school? That's all you had to do. But you over here trying to be Billy Badass in this daggone slide. Now you done embarrassed yourself. You embarrass yourself, you embarrass your kids. That's how I would have spoke to him. Like, I don't know what you thought you was doing. And like you trying to relive your childhood. This was not the time. This was not the time nor the place. And now you done messed up the daggone slide. Whole slide is done. And you had to have these people come out and extract you from the slide. Did you pick up the kids? Did you get dinner? Like, I would just be like, so why you do that? Now everybody in the city know it was you. They may not have put your name in the newspaper, but everybody knows it's you. I will not affiliate myself with you anymore. Because obviously you have actually lost your entire mind. Because I don't know what was going through it to have you get your behind on that slide and slide on down. Ain't no kids around. You was on there on that slide by yourself. In the whole playground. I mean, you know what? Don't even say nothing. Like, I would just be like, I would just be so done. Like, why you gotta be a fool? I'm gonna go in with the Keep Smiling matte shade from Colored Rain. So yeah, child, he got himself stuck. Hands or arms and legs just hanging out the slide. I bet you, I should have zoomed in. I bet you if you zoom in, you can see who it is. But they were like, we're not going to release his name. That must be because of not wanting to shame him any more than I bet you his partner did. Because I would be like, you don't need to put his name in the thing. I'll take care of it, okay? I'm going to go up on the pulpit at church on Sunday and let them know how foolish he was. I'm gonna go to the PTA meeting and be like, yeah, this guy right here, that's the one who did, he was stuck up in the slide. Let him have a payment plan so he could pay back this slide to make this slide, because I'm not gonna do it. Like that, like this is one of those things where, you know how they have those random like warnings on things, like when it's like do not use iron on clothes that you're wearing and different things like that. I feel like that would be like, now they're gonna be like, if you are an adult male wearing khakis and a button down, don't go down the slide. I would just be like, you want punishment, like go sit in the corner, because I can't with you right now. You had literally one job. You had one job, babes. One job. You done messed it up. I don't even know who came by to see that he was there and then called the like law enforcement. What if nobody had come by and you were just stuck in there like a pretzel? I'm trying to figure out where you at. The damn slide. Oh, yeah, we've all collectively lost our minds. Which, how could we not, okay? The things that are going on in this world, on every continent, just blows my mind. There is no sense that can be made of it. It's nonsensical. That's what it is. This man, 40 years, are you too old for that? My thing is, people know who it is. Like we know who it is. That's like seeing me with my hands and feet hanging out the slide and they're like, we're not going to name names. We're like, girl, we know it's you. I wouldn't be foolish enough though. I'm gonna leave the slide to the kids, especially them enclosed ones. Ain't no room in there for me. Them enclosed. I just want to know. I'm telling you, males, y'all be doing the most. And nobody was around, so it wasn't even no kind of dare. In other news, what is hot in here? Did y'all know that apparently the thong bikini is back in style? I have thoughts. Listen, back in the day, how many of us used to be all up and through them Victoria's Secret thongs? Why do we think that those are the most unhygienic pairs of panties you could ever wear? Like, it's not supposed, like, that fabric is not supposed to be all up and through your behind. It's just not. And people are often like, oh, panty lines, blah, blah. Listen, it's okay for people to know you got on drawers. When did we get to the point where it's like we can't have any visible panty line? Why not? Well, I mean, it's okay. Have you ever thought about that? Like, why is that a big deal? How dare you have visible panty lines? The things that I could go on a whole tirade about the, like, pressure and politics of how we're supposed to look in our society. But anyway, apparently thong bikinis are back. People just are wearing them on the beach, whatever. I really don't kind of care what you're wearing. But here's the thing. I realized before I read this story, because, you know, they like to tell us what's back in style, which is a whole other thing. Before I read it, though, when I went on the cruise, I saw a lot of thong bikinis. Just ass out. Ass everywhere. Which is fine. I just don't want to sit down after you, because I don't know what booty juices you got going on. I don't want to be a part of that. Okay? And some people, I was reading, some people are like, it's so much more comfortable. And maybe it's because my body has, like, passed the shelf life of thong wearing. Like, I could, but it's just not comfortable. It's not comfortable. Ooh, no. I can every so often I'm like, okay, let me put on a thong. Girl, no, it's just gonna come right off. Like, I'm not even gonna put it on. I'm gonna just leave it in the drawer. Cause it's just uncomfortable. Like, when you have a certain amount of booty meat, especially, I think it's Oh, I'm using the CoverFX PowerPlay foundation, and I've put it on this BK Beauty 101 brush that used to be like my favorite synthetic hair brush. So, yes, all these stories of people being like, oh, I like thongs now. And I don't think they ever went out of style. That's what I don't be getting about stuff. They're like, this is back in style. Like, other thing that came back in style was, like, I guess the full bush of your vajay. I don't know. People don't want to go get... Listen, have you... Okay. Let me just tell you something. With the waxing. The hair is there for a reason is all I know. Okay? Child. Oh. Not that it's bad. Do whatevs. But I just hate that we are told, like, this is how you're supposed to look. So, we're not supposed to have visible panty lines. We're not supposed to have a like, any kind of hair, just a strand on your poo-tang. And you're not supposed to wear a crop top if you're not a certain size. Like, it's just like, or if you are, I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. The pressures, like, there are so many other things we could be paying attention to. But there is a news story about the thong bikini being back in style. Okay. Nothing else going on in the world, right? Nothing else that we should be attending to. Let's just pay attention to whether or not you should have a piece of fabric up and through your ass. Okay, let's just focus on that. It's ridiculous. It's just, and I think part of it, like, when I read it out, or when I read the headline, I was like, this is stupid. But then I decided to go ahead and read it. And I think part of it is because I'm reading this book. Where is it? Am I sitting on it? Yeah. It's called The Body Is Not an Apology. And I accidentally bought large print, but let me tell you, I'm so glad I did. I mean, the words are practically coming off the page, but it's very interesting. There was something I read today. I don't know. I just thought that this was very interesting. I bought this book quite a while ago, but I felt like I wasn't ready to read it. I was like, no one feels like confronting their own thoughts about body and body image, right? But now I am getting to read it, and it's a very interesting look at like the politics of the body. And when I did my dissertation 20 years ago, 15, it was on body image, because I was going to go into like the eating disorder field. But let me tell you, working with eating disorders is hard, all right? And it's crazy that like 90% of women don't like their bodies. Why is that happening in our society? Anyway, I'm going to get off of that, because I could go and go and go on that topic. But yeah, it's like the thong bikini isn't back. I didn't know it ever left, really. You know what I think it is? I think this generation probably happened upon Cisco's song, the thong song, and now they're like, let's just bring it all back. Speaking of reinventing the wheel, the newest dating thing is called Shrekking. Like Shrek, the ogre Shrek. So I'm like, all right, let me read about what this is. And I don't know if it's worse or better than I thought. Basically, Shrekking is making sure that you date somebody ugly so that they treat you better. I have questions. Like, how do you know who is the ugly one? What if I'm trying to find somebody ugly and you trying to find somebody ugly, and then we get together and we both think each other is ugly? Like, but also what? I'm sorry. What is this? What is with dating? Okay, what is it where y'all Shrekking? Find somebody ugly? Find somebody ugly, because then they're going to treat you better. I don't know if that's true. I don't think that there's a correlation there. I don't know. I mean, I don't look for nobody ugly, and I'm assuming that other people don't look at me like, you the ugly one, let's be together, right? Let me tell you something. G is fine, and when I'm feeling confident in myself, I'm fine, all right? Or at least we think the other is, right? I don't think anyone was like, you're so ugly, let's be together. And are you supposed to tell the person? Like, how is this a viable approach to dating? I don't know. But you know what I do know? I have not met anyone out here in the DMV who enjoys dating. Actually, I don't think anybody does. I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know if it's the transient nature of the area in terms of people are coming and going, or you've got like diplomats and you've got all these people who work on the Hill and work in the White House, and you got people who are like vying to see who is the most tired lawyer out of everybody else because they just work too much. And so dating just kind of sucks out here. But I don't know. I don't know. I might ask some of my clients who are dating, like, what you think about this? What's your approach? Because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should try it out. Try out some Shrekking. That would be so, like, how rude is that? How rude is it? Also makes no sense. Get somebody you think is real, real ugly. And they're going to treat you so good. But then you with somebody that you think is real, real ugly. And obviously beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But it seems like you are literally making a point to date somebody you think is ugly in hopes that they're going to treat you better. I mean, I don't know that that's the right approach to go with. Like, it just, first of all, it's not guaranteed. Ugly people can be just as rude and janky as pretty people. Okay? And again, ugly, pretty, whatever. It's just like, who are you to tell me which one is which? But what if you found out? What if you what if you found out you was the ugly one in the relationship? I would be so pissed. I would just be like I already have my own insecurities. Please don't add on to them and let me know that I'm the ugly one in the relationship. That just feels rude. That just feels rude and disrespectful. Because you know somebody gonna find out somehow. They gonna find out. You're gonna look through your phone and you gonna have me saved as Shrek. And I'm gonna figure it out. Do you ever change people's names in your phone? Oh man, you don't want to have a pseudonym in my phone. Cause well, no, there are some that are fine, but there are some that's like a sentence long, and I'm telling you about yourself. So then when the phone rings, I usually have to remember who is narcissistic jackass who don't know shit. It's very, very almost like boom, pow, right on the dot of what that person is saved as. It'd probably be easier to just delete people, but no, I just want to put you in here as the person that you are. People like to contact me 1, 2, 3, 10 years later. I'm like, I don't understand why you're actually contacting me. Am I sick? I just don't know why you contacted me. Sometimes I be forgetting. I have people name in there and they call and I'm like, who is this? I have you saved, but I have you saved as not your name. And so this one person, I had her saved as the name of for whom she voted for. And she sent me a message and I was like, who the hell is this? I don't associate with nobody like that. And I was like, thanks for the birthday wish. Don't be contacting me. I don't have time nor energy to fool with you. No, I don't. What else do I need to do here? I haven't used my By Terry powder in a while. I don't really like it for setting all over the face. Actually, maybe I will try it as the weather is changing. Because for me, it doesn't keep me matte or anything. I'm typically oily, but I've been trending towards, not necessarily a full matte look as I've, aged. That's the other thing, child. I'm trying to figure out how to accommodate my skin and stuff as it changes in terms of how I want to do my makeup. I'm telling you, I've been talking with some of my clients, primarily my female, middle-aged clients, talking about how they don't tell you all the stuff that starts changing as you get older. I mean, it has led to me laughing so hard that I'm crying, in session with clients. Just because some clients will be like, did you know, Dr. B, did you know that this happened? I'm like, girl, let me tell you what else gonna happen to your vagina. It's just why don't we talk about these things? It's annoying because women's health is everybody's health. We need to talk about this stuff, is all I'm saying. That just makes me flash. Not even back. Flash to yesterday. Still dealing with these insurance companies. I'm telling you, I can't let my blood pressure get high because they're not gonna pay for treatment. Anyways, let me like pull everything together and put on some mascara or something, and I'll be right back. So here's the finished look. For my lips, I actually used one of the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Flushed. This is It Girl, and I put one of her CoverFX Glaze in Clear on top to give it a little shine. And I think that's it. I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you like the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. For all 20 people who watch me, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.